So today I got a 2017 Dodge Ram. So I'm installing the 112, an amp, and a line out converter. It is LC2i. This is probably one of the best line out converter made by Audio Control, and the amp is Harmony 400.1, and that's small enough to fit it right under the seat. So I'm gonna run the speaker wire through this hole right here. I'm gonna shove this wire through here, and the hole gonna come out right here, and all the wires gonna come from there. So before I do that, I always want to make sure I can slide the seat back. It's not hitting anything right there. As you can see, it's not gonna hit anything, and it's perfect spot for it. And also up here, there's a couple different ways you can do. If you don't have the uni bit or the drill bits, you can make a hole through right there where the hood release. Or you can make a hole right there up there. You can see right there. I'm gonna use a uni bit and make a hole right there, and then if not, you can do it right there also. I don't know if you can see that, but let me slide. Yep, right there. And I'm gonna tap the speaker wire right here. I'm gonna run a speaker wire from here. I'm gonna tap the speaker wire. This is the left rear. You got gray, green, and then gray and light green. We're gonna run the speaker wire, tap it over here, and then I will run through here. Got the power wire. Oh, I forgot the ground, so I gotta make the ground too from here to there. And then this is the speaker to the subwoofer. This is for the line out converter. And in order to do that, you can see right there, if your hand is small enough, you can reach one hand from the other side and one other hand over here. You can be able to grab it. You don't even need special tool, but just wear some glove. There might be something in there that can cut your skins. Okay, at this spot, what I'm using is the red is for positive, and the black and red is the negative. So I'm hooking up to gray and light green to the positive, and then gray and dark green is negative. Now, if some of you guys might have a built-in amplifier, if you're looking for an amplifier, it'll be up here to the left. And I'm running all the wire. I ran all the wire already, and everything's out here. So I'm gonna hook up over here, and then I go and hook up the fuse holder and everything else in the front. Now, before you put this panel back, you want to make sure that you hook everything up already. Okay, you want to hook up the all the wiring up here, and then you'll be able to pull this wire back over here and hide this so the wire won't be all over the place. So now I'm gonna move the seat forward and hook everything up. So I got the blue wire. I'm hooking up to the 12 volt right there because it comes from the battery, the positive side of the battery, and then the ground from the frame. And then remote wire, I'm gonna hook it up to the line out converter right here, because this will send an output to turn on the amplifier with the and also this part right here, this is for, oh, I mentioned it earlier, it is positive. I'm gonna hook it up right here, and then negative with this amp right here. This is a mono, so it doesn't matter which negative side you put or which positive side you good. You just want to make sure one is pumped positive and the other one is negative right there. So right here, this is where I hook it up from the gray, light green, which is positive, and then gray and dark green, which is negative. I'm gonna use only one side, which is the right side right there. Go. So I got the smaller wire, smaller red wire. I'm gonna hook up the ground, the negative side. Oh, actually, I forgot. This model, you don't have to hook up the ground. So you're gonna hook up yes, you do. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind today. You got the ground wire right there. The reason I show you this one, I don't want you to get confused with the other red wire. And screw it in the ground. This gonna get need power, ground, and remote output. So you see our remote out and remote in. You don't want to hook up a remote in, you want to hook up a remote out, which is the blue wire that you're gonna hook up. And I try to make sure the wire is not sticking out, so I'm gonna cut it less than a half of an inch for this one. Usually I cut about an inch inside, but this one it's short. So now with this, I'm gonna hook it up to, I'm gonna strip it, I'm gonna hook it up the red wire to the 12 volt on at the amplifier, because it's required to have power. I'm gonna cut about 1.5 inches. That way I can shove it in right. I'm using a drill, guys. If you're not good at using drill, don't use drill, just use a hand Phillips. So shove it in like that, and make sure this is out, almost all the way out, but not out completely. So just almost, maybe 3/4, and screw it back in. And then ground, same thing, about 1.5 inches. Reason I say that, if I put like less than an inch, you cannot put it in here. It's hard to stick it in. I mean, you gotta twist it like this so it won't come out. And make sure there's no copper sticking out too. And ground like that. I'm gonna run the remote wire. I forgot to grab the remote, so grab that remote real quick and cut it about the same distance as this, so the wire won't be all over the place. I don't like this part. I'm gonna have to take this out again. See, it's sticking out too much, so I want to make sure it's all the way in. It doesn't matter how good you are if you don't look back to your job and trying to fix it and just let it go. It's not great. So remote wire gonna go to the remote of the amplifier. And I'm trying to see if I got the same length, which I did a good job on it. So now this wire will go straight to the output from this high-low converter, which is remote out. You put on remote in, it will not come on. So it happened to me before when I first installed this model, because a lot of time it doesn't have this. So now I'm gonna hook up the base output to an amp. So wherever your line out converters at, how far you use the same, try the same distance. The jacks will come up to 1.5, which is 18 inch. You got 3 foot, 6 foot, 17.5, and 20. So before I plug the main power, the main 12 volt, I want to make sure everything's already hooked up. And some of you might wonder, why did I do it like this? I do it like this just because I have an easy access to this thing. And then once I'm done, I'm gonna pull this wire inside out that way, and then I'll put wherever my amp is gonna be at. And then want to make sure you plug this thing in before you plug the main power. So now I'm plugged the main power. I forgot to mention, you have to use the left speaker input instead of the right. I did hook it up earlier, it doesn't come on, so you want to make sure you hook up the left side. Left side only. This is all I can do. I screwed one right here for the amp, and then I use zip tie and make a hole right there and tied it together so it's not gonna move. That's the only way I can do it, because I don't want to take this whole seat out, because taking all this out will probably take about me 20 something minutes to just to put a screw to hold the amp. And this one's gonna stay like that. Best way to do for this one, if you have a Velcro, that'd be good, but this is fine, it's not going anywhere, so we are good.